Do you know what can't change going forward right now in the NBA? The 2-minute report where a crew chief, a guy named David Guthrie, who was crew of the Knicks Pistons game, when he comes out after the game and says, hey, that was a foul on Josh Hart. The Detroit Pistons lost an old-fashioned, great 80s, 90s Pistons-Knicks, Pistons-Bulls, Knicks-Bulls game. 94 Knicks Heat, 94-93. End of the game, Tim Hardaway's son, who's been in the league 12 years, by the way, which is hard to imagine, took a three-point shot. It came up short. He was fouled in the body by Josh Hart, and David Guthrie swallowed his whistle. All the referees swallowed their whistles. He would have been on the line, down one, shooting 3 shots, with a chance not just to tie or win, but also cover, might I add. But instead, whistle swallowed, Knicks win. They're up 3-1. They now have a 96% chance of winning the series. That's the math of being up 3-1. Keep that in your mind when we get to the T-Wolves Lakers. David Guthrie decided that he was going to address the issue directly after the game. He said during live play, it was judged that Josh Hart made a legal defensive play. But after post-game review, we observed that Hart makes body contact that is more than marginal to Hardaway Jr., and a foul should have been called. Meanwhile, J.B. Bickerstaff, the coach of the Pistons, in real time saw the foul because it was right in front of the bench of the Pistons and lost his mind. It was actually in front of the Knicks bench, I believe, but Bickerstaff was right there, rushed the court, wanted them to turn back the machines, turn them on, replay it, except no foul call, no replay, game over. It reminded me a little bit of the Mets game yesterday, or Saturday, Coca, or Friday, Coca, 4-8-69. This reminded me of what happened to the Mets on Friday when they had a triple play called against them, and clearly it was a trap in the infield by the shortstop of the Nationals and not a catch. But the rule in baseball is that any ball in the infield is not reviewable, and I was there when we made that rule, and I have great regret over how that went down. The way it went down is as a committee, we met and said, we can't have everything reviewable. What instant replay is supposed to be for is to correct any major mistakes. I raised my hand and said, but if we have the technology, why not be perfect? What's the downside for striving for perfection? And the answer was, before the advent of the pitch clock, our games are already 3.5 hours. We can't have a challenge every month. That's Yiddish for Monday and Wednesday. We can't have that. The games will take forever. Well, now with the way replay is, I totally disagree. And I believe that every play should be reviewable, because that would have been a 3-second review out of Sea Caucus, or if the umpires had actually gotten together at the Mets game, they saw that it was a trap. Somebody should have seen it was a trap, and that's it. When it comes to a foul call, we are trying in the NBA, what they should be trying for is to get it right. What we used to tell our players is don't get upset about a bad ball or strike call, because those even out over the course of a season. Don't be upset about a bang-bang play at first base or second base, and this was pre-review, because it'll all even out. Here's the time we don't say that. In the playoffs. Because in a sample size that small of your playoff run, and when you're 2-1 about to go to 2-2 or to be down 3-1, it's the difference between having a chance to win the series and not. There is no getting it back. There is no making it right. It doesn't feel better to the Pistons that David Guthrie came out and said he got it wrong. There's no moral victories. You lost the game. Now, I could argue as the NBA that the Detroit Pistons gave up 2 points at the end of the third quarter with some razzle-dazzle ridiculousness where the dunk was after the buzzer. They could have just laid it in and gotten 2 points, and then they would have won the game. But I don't do any of that. I don't go back and say, oh, if not this, then that, and we could changed the world. If I hadn't been in Wisconsin that particular Tuesday, then I wouldn't have taken that class and gotten this bit of information or met that person. I get it. That's fun little destiny stuff to talk about. But the fact of the matter is, what directly led to the game being lost by the Pistons was that call not being made, was by the referees swallowing their whistles. Now, don't excuse it by saying, oh, they could have done so much during the course of the game to make it not matter. Doesn't matter to me, because the facts are the facts, and they were where they were in the game. It was 94-93 Knicks for whatever reason, and somehow Hardaway Jr. was able to get a shot off somehow, some way. I think things have to change there, Coca. I don't think there's any other way around it.